Hello everyone and welcome back to High Life DLC. Now we already got the first tier 3 skyscrapers in our glorious city, so tier 3 out of tier 5, and their next good would be the cognac they want now. And also what I would like to unlock is the furniture store that is required for the skyscraper, for the next tier basically of demands, right? So those guys here. So let's go ahead and upgrade a few more of them just for the heck of it. We do have some tier, I think, is this tier 2? Ah, it's tier 3 now. It was tier 2, yes. So there we have the next buildings of them. We do need a couple of them. And yes, I know there is this thing, the panorama effect, but I'm not going to maximize that now on every skyscraper. That would be insane, right? Because we just don't have that much space really. It's still intense though, so that's good to see, right? Some of them are still intense even though they are here in the or surrounded by those. New achievement coming up with that. How jolly good. The 360 panorama effect. Because some of those cities, I guess, have a nice view around. Let's also get a few more skyscrapers on the way as long as we still have elevators, because basically as long as we have them, we are fine. I'm not upgrading any here in the center because of the monument that we want to squeeze in there. I can have another block of skyscrapers here. Probably here. A solitary one. Perfect. We still have that marketplace here as well, because with that, I can upgrade those workers here. And yes, we can upgrade a few of them. What are those guys missing? Nothing really. They just need to grow still. That's fine. And we might also, upgrade. Should we upgrade those? Or should we also keep some normal buildings there? I think some normal buildings will be fine as well from time to time. And then I'm just going to have some skyscrapers here in its surrounding. As another balloon is going up into the air in our city. Let's open up also the chewing gum for the engineers, and there's actually something interesting here for our next demands, right? Before I can upgrade the engineers to the next tier, I do need to have 15 of the high tier investors, tier 3, already in the town. So I need to start actually from top to bottom with the upgrading, so investors first, before I can upgrade the engineers. Really interesting stuff there, I think. But no problem really. We have plenty of resources and plenty of people that want to upgrade right now to the next higher tier. So there's another tier, and I'm trying, of course, to keep this as diverse as possible, to have as many different buildings everywhere as possible there as well. We can have some more skyscrapers than for this whole area there, and probably another tier 3 just over there. I can't wait how high they're actually getting there. And this is just looking really epic, gotta say that. And when I think about how tall the church was back in the days and how small it is now in comparison, amazing. Also, my cargo ships have arrived. We've purchased some of them, so let's go ahead and fill them in with... Oh, wait a second, we are under attack. Who is attacking us? Princess Jing?
Ship under attack.
Princess Jing is attacking us. Ah, and she doesn't want to go to peace with us. Is that right? Princess Jing, you are interrupting my plans there once again. All right.
Ship under attack.
There is another war declaration.
Ship under attack.
And of course, we should prepare for that. First of all, we're purchasing this island here of Princess Jing here in 7 minutes. So we're going to hurt her there a bit. And we're probably also doing the same thing. Yep. Here we could already make a nice takeover there of Princess Jing of this beautiful island here.
Ship under attack.
Let's do that, and thus hurting her quite a bit with that, I think. Alright, so this is not a war game, of course, for me right now. We had this just now. And since she is annoying me a bit, we're just going this route. I still have more battle cruisers though.
Battle cruiser ready. Ship under attack.
Alright, and after purchasing that island, she is now ready to go with a peace treaty with us. So I should say we are on track here. Perfect. To keep the war away for now, because I'm really not interested in that, as long as we continue with purchasing and upgrading our people. So that's that. And now we can use my cargo ships here. And I hope I did not lose any important ship. First of all, one of my cargo ships we can use on the zinc trade route again. orange Pico. Off you go. And the other one now, Desdemona, is getting full with those resources for Mirth End, where we actually lacked some resources, especially the timber. Let's get all of this over to Mirth End. Because in Mirth End we have the orchards, and I would like to get some more orchards up here, right? We do need that for the next production, which is the cognac for my investors. So for those we need the vineyard, we do need the cherry wood, and we do need sugar to have the artisan workshop cognac in store. The workshop we can actually build in Crown Falls, which is a good thing. The bad thing is we do need more sugar, and sugar is something that we need the new world for. And I'm already getting some sugar out here. I don't think it's enough though. We are full on sugar, so that's a good thing. I would still probably like go ahead and get us another 2 of them up and running here. Reason for that is we are going to need a bit more of that. And I think we have that sugar trade route from the new world. Yes, there is one ship on it, so we could have another ship, Franklin, on this sugar trade, and I'm going to, because we need more sugar from now on. So the sugar is flowing, or needs to flow. Let's go ahead. We can now finally also upgrade those workers here in the center to artisans to the next level. So we're filling in the gap here once again. Perfect. We still have 51 tons of elevators, so I might go ahead and get us a few more tier 3 ones. There we have them. So let's have one here, perhaps one at the corner, and another one over there. Do they have... They have decent, intense panorama at least. So that's fine, right? And while we're at it, let's have another tier 3 here and here. And we can also upgrade another block. Unfortunately we can't, because we don't have the elevators anymore. So we need to wait there again. Now, finally, in Mirth End, we are seeing now the ship coming in here with the building resources. But before I go for that, I would really like to check here once again this island there. And yes, I'm actually eyeing this a lot. So, you know, why not just make this whole takeover of the new world here complete by just taking over this very last share. And this always feels good. Perfect. Another island, a river of stars that we've taken over now from the princess. And this is what we can use here for caoutchouc. This is a pretty cool island, by the way, because it has sugarcane, caoutchouc, and corn. And we do need all 3 of them. So I would like to go ahead here. First of all, try get us a ship. There we can purchase a monitor, and we can purchase a battle cruiser. Oh, come on. Up to this day, they haven't fixed the messages though. Now let's get those guys over here to Playa del Carmen, where there's already the morning dew waiting. And this one is getting some resources here. That is timber.
Ship of the line reporting in.
And bricks. Bricks from Mariboldo. Now let's get over there, because we want to build something up here. Perfect. So while that is happening, let's focus on rebuilding here. To get them working again, and they probably do need a fire station, which they don't have yet. Mirth End, right? Plus, we could also have a few more farmers here. Since it's a shared workforce, right? We're sharing that with the world. We can always have some more farmers.
Ship constructed.
Meanwhile, we can continue with a bit of upgrading here, our Crown Falls, to some more tier 15. By the way, how many of them do we have now? Would be so lovely. Investor Skyscraper level 3. There we have them. We still don't have that many more, right? So there is another one now coming up. It's taking quite some time though. I probably could upgrade all of them to level 2. And then some of them to level 3. Like this one here. And Hugo, don't do that. Why are you annoying me so much? Oh, and the investor says vacuum cleaners can now be sold in shopping arcades. We have a new recipe. The vacuum cleaner. Let's just check this one out real quick, what it does. There we have it. The vacuum cleaner, no more sweeping things under the rug. This machine removes dirt in no time. 5 minutes until the guests arrive. No problem. It'll huff and puff and leave the apartment clean as a new dime. It can even tackle the bigger stains. Sick of the cat, the kids, the wife or the husband? You know what to do. There we have that. And this actually has some very nice effects here. So minus 15 for steam carriages and minus 25 for glasses. So this might be something that we can consider. In Mirth End, we have the resources now to get us our next orchards working. So I would like to have, wait a second, we have limestone, copper here. But more importantly, we have the cherry wood, right, orchard. And we could have, yep, let's have one here, one here, one here, together with a nice warehouse then, just here. That's not the end of it though. So we're going to have some more of them in that corner, and probably some more than in this area, plus a nice little warehouse then to that. 6 should be fine for now. If we need more, well then we need more. Let's build all of them, and let's just check this one. Planting process is happening now, so there is no additional fertility that we would need for that, right? Those buildings are really cute though. And I like how the High Life DLC does builds on top of the Tourism DLC, right? Because in Tourism DLC, orchards were introduced, and we need to use them again in the High Life DLC. I'm pretty sure though that we can use them even without the Tourism DLC, if you just want the High Life DLC. Now, that is working. Desdemona, the cargo ship, has a new task now ahead of it, and that is from Mirth End to Crown Falls, and it's now going to deliver then those freshly made cherry woods or whatever we're doing here now. Cherry wood, there we have it. And let's just get us, we'll probably never produce that much, but 200 should be fine. And Desdemona, on the way you are now for this very important task. Thus we have one resource done. The vineyard is already producing in Crown Falls, so there I would like to check how many grapes I have. None. Right, so we are not producing enough grapes right now with only that. We're already using the tractors here, so we are already boosting them to 300%. Getting this up to 50%, that's not going to happen. Even though my farmers are really not that happy. So let's not do this. Instead, I probably will need to have more of them. Well, in order to solve the grape problem, we just have them in Mirth End as well. Since the farmer workforce is shared anyway, we could just build all of them now for 80 tons of timber. Let's go ahead and do this. There we have them. There we have the warehouse that we can upgrade as well. Let's upgrade this one 2 times, so it has enough for all of these people. And let's, by the way, also have some paved road here, so we speed up the delivery time of those guys here. It was worth a try. It's not going to happen though. So we are going to be happy with that. So the Desdemona, my latest cargo ship that is now transporting some stuff, the cherry tree, there it is instead going to use 100 tons of that for transporting the grapes to Crown Falls. And as we can see, the cherry trees are now coming up. Some beautiful white trees there once again. Meantime, we also got a few more elevators again, so I can go ahead and let's just see, upgrade a few more of my juicy skyscrapers to the next tier. There we already have tier 3. I would like to go ahead and have some more tier 3 than over there. Right, a bit close together, and probably also here. We do need them after all. In some very selected, exclusive areas. Those guys here. Fantastic. As this whole downtown is coming together, it's just really lovely. And by the way, over here we have our department store that I should be using. Another thing though about this department store is, of course, it needs to get its resources from somewhere. Yeah, I really don't like this system at all, because we need to disrupt kind of like the flow of our city there. But I do need to get rid of those two investors. We do have enough investors anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's still a shame. There's also a school here that we don't really need, to be honest. So let's get rid of that. And instead, we can have then a warehouse here. We should have it here as close as possible to that department store. And let's upgrade this to the highest level so that it does look proper for the occasion. And then I can build the next department store just here. And once again, lovely detail that if the department store or the building gets elevated, you know, as we can see here in an elevated area, the stairs just become bigger in order to balance it out. Beautiful. And for this new department store, we're choosing the toaster once again, because for the rest I don't have the materials yet. And this is providing happiness right away, plus jewelry minus consumption. And that is something that we definitely should be considering, since jewelry is always a bit low there because of the gold. So I like how we can maximize our consumption rates with that, or minimize our consumption rates with that, in order to compensate for the lack of gold that especially comes up in the later game. So there we have another department store working, and of course those people here like that, and department store is fully fulfilled. We still need a few more level 3 skyscrapers. So there we have a few of them. So I'm only going to upgrade them right now so that we can really get this furniture store up there. We have 5 or 15 only for now, so it's still taking a bit of time. We can also use the time to wait for the new products to come in by upgrading some more of these buildings here. So once again, finally, out of the farmers, we have now the engineers here once again in the center. Perfect, and thus we filled it up. And then we can check once again what the tier 2 engineers want. The furniture, for that we still need those tier 3 ones. I might consider reactivating my other assembly line for the elevators there, though the consumption of the steam motors is quite high. Let's still go ahead and do this because I want to boost my building of skyscrapers there significantly. With that, however, we do need to upgrade a few more farmers to workers. We can do that in Heavenly Gate, which is kind of like our our arena for farmers and workers, where I just outsource all of them. Let's just go ahead and have a few more in this area. In Mirth End, we have now full production of our grapes and of our cherry tree. There we have the grapes, and over there we have our wood that we need for the next product here, the cognac. And the sugar, we should also have quite a lot of sugar now in Crown Falls, right? So let's check this one real quick here. And yep, sugar is going really steeply up there. So we have a nice income there with the latest trade route, of course. That's important. And then we have the cherry wood. There we have it, 23 tons. And grapes, I'm hoping that grapes is also going up now with the additional vineyards. So now we just need a location for this new production chain. The artisan workshop cognac, it needs, though it is improved by electricity. We can also make billiard tables with that, violins and toys. So once again, a multi-factory, once again something that can produce several goods. And we should thus choose it in a careful location. And I think there it is a good location for it. We have the bicycles here still, the bicycle factory, that I probably will move a bit up here to this area. There we actually have... we could even have 3 of them here, I think, and that will be enough. Oh, that's going to be tight. If I get rid of that street here, it could work out. This should really work out. Right. It does get the electricity here. All of these buildings still have the connection. That's fine. So we can build them. The first artisan workshop. We don't need to worry about workforce here, since we have 13,000 available. And this one, yep, is producing the cognac now. And because we're producing it, we should definitely do something over here. And that is... where do we have them? There it is. Deactivated, so we can save some stuff up there. This game always surprises. In Dawn, we have some very beautiful lighting here, and together with some lights that are still in the buildings. Perfect. And of course those tier 3 buildings at night. Oh well, it's just a sea of light, as we can see. I guess I like the dawn quite a lot there. Very good. Also, those artisans are now engineers, so we can get rid of that marketplace here again and probably have a look at some of those ornaments again. You know, it's probably just the same ornaments again, but I still love to use them. So we have the splash fountain that we could have then in a circle around here, right? Something like that. And in the middle then having some of those fountains, or let's see, the globe statue, or the hot air balloon, or some spotlights, or just some trees. Then some spotlights that are shining upon the skyscrapers in its surrounding, righto. And then in the middle, well, something basic again, like the flower beds that we have.
Your people are starting to get sick.
And there we have a beautiful new centerpiece, just surrounded by those skyscrapers. Fantastic looking, really. I love these ornaments.
Anything show up on the phone,